Hello guys, welcome to Solving Solutions. On today's tutorial, we are going to look at raster resampling. Now, raster datasets are made up of regular grids of cells called pixels. That's picture elements, right? Good. So now each pixel represents a value over a specific ground area known as what the spatial resolution or the pixel size. So when you download some satellite imagery or some products, especially the Sentinel-2, you would see that the bands are not having the same resolution, right? Good. So some bands are having 10-meter resolution, some are having 20-meter resolution. Like this is the folder. We have the clipped bands, and then you can see that we have about 1 to 12. There are about 13 bands here because we have 8A, right? Good. Now among these bands, band 2, band 3, band 4, band 8 are having about 10-meter resolution, right? Good. And then band 5, band 6, band 7, band 8A, band 11, and band 12 are having about 20-meter resolution. So if you want to use all of these data sets, all of these bands in an analysis, it's always ideal that you take them to the same resolution so that when you want to overlay them or maybe put them together in form of analysis, you are working with what apple for apple, right? Good. So now that's what we are going to look at today. So for the Sentinel-2, natively it's 10-meter. However, there are some bands that are 20-meter, then Landsat 30-meter, SRTM then 30-meter, as the case may be. So resampling is the process of changing the spatial resolution, that's the pixel size of a raster, by creating a new raster with a different sized cells, right, and assigning values to the new cells using mathematical interpolation methods, right? Good. However, it does not create new information. It only estimates what the values of the new pixels should be based on the existing pixels. So when you move from 10 meters to 20 meter, you're not creating like a new set of information that are finer. However, it is out of what the mathematical interpolation methods that you would have chosen, that it estimates new values for the new resolution that you are moving to, either upscaling or downscaling, as the case may be. So why we should resample data to match the resolution for overlay, to change raster from coarse to finer resolution, vice versa, to reproject, and then maybe improve compatibility, right? Good. So this is what we have earlier. So these data cannot be combined in a weighted overlay, so one or more of them must first be resampled to a common resolution. So we have 10, 30, and 100, right? Good. So these three must be resampled towards the same resolution, right? Good. So we have the upsampling, downsampling. Upsampling decreases the pixel size. That's it goes from 30 to 10, and then that's the upsampling. Then the downsampling does what? It increases the pixel size. That means it moves from what? 10 to what? To 30, right? Good. So there are different methods. The nearest neighbor, the bilinear, that's what we are going to use. The cubic convolution, the majority, and then this is now the practical step with which we can use to carry out what the demonstration using QGIS. So let's come to QGIS. These bands that you've seen here, we've selected 2, 3, which are 10 meter, and then 11, 12, which are 20 meter. We just drag them and then we drop them here, right? Good. So before we start, this is the 2-meter band. If we double click and then we come down to the pixel size, you can see 10,10, right? So that's for the 2-meter. If we do same for the 3-meter band, you see 10,10. However, when we come to band 11 and then we do that, you see 20,20, and then we do that for the 12, you also see 20,20, right? Good. So what we are going to do is that we are going to take one of these or both of these towards a 10-meter resolution. So in order for us to do that, we come to raster, we go to projection, and then we select what? WAP, right? Now the input will be one of the 20-meter bands. So 20-meter bands are either 11 or 12. So we have 12 here, but I would prefer we use 11. So we have 11. The source CRS, okay, we can actually confirm the CRS is what WGS84 ATM zone 32 is very important. So the source CRS zone 32, we still want it to retain that CRS, right? Good. Now the sampling method to use, we said we are going to use what? The bilinear, right? So you can just read through from the material or maybe on your own to know, and then maybe compare to know the results, and your choice of resampling method, and then no data value. If by adventure your data set has some no data value, you can set maybe 0 here, assign 0 to it, or maybe minus 9999 as the case may be, right? Good. So we can also leave it as default as it is. Now the crux of today's demonstration is the output file resolution in the target georeferenced unit. A few minutes ago we checked the CRS and we saw UTM zone 32, right? That's a projected system, and then the unit there is linear in meters, right? Good. So when they say in the georeferenced units, that means you're talking about the unit of the data set, right? Good. So remember we said we are moving this our band 11, which is a 20-meter resolution band, to 10. Therefore we can just type 10 here. So it means that we are now taking it from 20-meter down to, or when we say down to, its reverse, right? Good. Up to 10-meter resolution, right? Good. So it's now final. So you can just either save to a file or you leave it as a temporary file. So we are going to leave it as a temporary file and then we run. So we have an output called reprojected. So basically, let's confirm the pixel size. Now you can see that the pixel size is what, 10 by 10, as opposed to the band 11, which we had earlier to be 20 by 20. So with this same process, or by using the run as a batch process, you impute all the parameters and all the data, and then it runs all of them at once, and then you now have all your bands that were in 20-meter resolution or in a different resolution to your desired, or maybe to your destination resolution, right? Good. So basically we have shown you how to use QGIS to perform what, the raster resampling. So we'll see you on another interesting one. Until then, keep staying safe and have a fantastic time. Bye.